Hello. Yeah, almost missed the time. Glad I can make it. And, oh, maybe I'll just real quick. I'll keep that open, but yeah, I'll just remove that for now. Alright.
Good evening.
Hey, we do have a person. Hey, Brun.
Well, hey, you think I wasn't gonna show up?
Yeah, let's see if I can't.
Show up for your big win?
Yeah.
And then me kicking your ass later? In combat?
I mean, we'll still see how that works out, but... Yeah. Also, Argyle is here.
Indeed I am.
I need some snacks. We got one morning event about snacks.
I mean, maybe, but it would not be as pleasant. Like, in my experience, half of my enjoyment when it comes to sporting events is the food that comes along with it. I remember when I was a Kool-Aid boy, that was something that I enjoyed more than anything when it came to like football season and shit starting up. Is like, yeah, I mean, sure, there's community spirit and all that, but hey, what's even better are the various wings that my roommates would order.
Yeah, but oh, okay. Wings? They're mid tier.
Hmm.
I mean, I don't get the fascination for wings. Like, when they don't have as much meat on them as, like, say, you know, the drumstick or.
I mean, ultimately, I prefer tenders, because then you don't got to eat around the bone.
That too.
Nuggets.
I mean, because otherwise, like, it's fried meat with sauce, and that is hard to beat.
Yeah, but they're just. I find they always end up being like far too expensive for the amount of meat you get on them.
Mm.
That is definitely true. Wings are definitely something it's better just to make them yourself, or you know, buy one of those frozen packs. They'll be a lot cheaper. Even then, sometimes you feel robbed.
Put a berry on iDragon.
Well, you're fighting Ray, you might want to set up for a double battle.
I'm fighting against the Dragon Duder.
Mm-hmm.
Not good. I always heard it as Ryan. Or at least that's
Ryan,
how.
yeah.
Ryan, sorry.
Yeah, it's fine.
Or Raihan.
Raihan?
Yeah.
It's their fault for picking such a weird spelling. Anyway.
Right there with Ryu or Ryu. Or Ninja Gaiden. Gaiden.
I mean, at least Gaiden is a Japanese term, and that's just trying to
Yeah.
approximate a Japanese thing, but...
Go with Ryu and Ryu.
Ah, man.
I wonder what happened if you lost.
You black out and go back in time.
Basically.
Huh. Why? You lost?
Well, remember, this is freaking like you're not supposed to lose. So if you lose, it's just like okay, try again.
Right? Or it's like, you know, wouldn't that be an interesting take if, like, okay, you lose. Alright, we have an entirely different end game where you have to face life as almost could have been.
Ah, yes, you become a has-been.
No, become the new Ryan.
It's like, did you
Become a
know?
defender.
Did you know that I was in the championships? Yes, you tell us that all the time. I could have been the champion. Yes, we know.
Oh, Grandma, time to go back to the home.
I mean, it's like I've said it before. There was a tournament that I was in. It was like at a convention, so it was like a pretty big tournament with a decent prize, and I got second. I lost in the finals because of freaking Para Stun.
It
Oh.
wasn't that you were outplayed. It was dumb luck.
Yeah, like okay, if I had been like that was paraplegic, I should say, but yeah, like okay, I accept that. Okay, yeah, being paralyzed once, sure, that happened. It happened to me 3 times in a row.
Mmm.
Yeah, that's just shitty luck.
And the thing is,
You feel less satisfying to lose them. If you were just outplayed, you'd be like, okay, understandable, have a nice day, right?
and the thing that makes that worse is the fact that it took 3 rounds for him to take out Arya, a God of War who is a glass cannon, which means I would have won if I just hit him once.
Oh my
Oh.
god, really?
Thankfully, Hattering was protected from the rays of the sun with her hat.
That is true.
You know, they should have actually given her an ability like that, basically protect her from weather effects.
It would have fit, definitely.
Yeah.
And then there's this freaking dude is something.
Yeah. Turtonator. Turtonator is.
Bowser.
I mean, yeah. I am mixed on Turtonator's design. It's a cool design. I just don't like the nose.
Yeah, I like everything but the face.
Yeah.
And a butter face.
Yeah, like
And
because I mean, part of it is that it is a very striking design with that back shield.
yeah.
It's that damn thing.
He looks like the
And,
freaking
like-
sniff it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, if I were to tweak it, I would have it have sort of almost like a face mask, like a knife. Because it's sort of having like a big shield on its
Nah,
back.
because it's meant to be a mine.
Oh.
That's why it's got an attack. Well, one of its moves is when you attack it, it explodes. I think it's
did
called
not know
Shell
that.
Trap. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never used them before, so
Yeah.
didn't know that. I get
But
it.
yeah, so yeah. And like I think the nose is kind of meant to be a like tank cannon.
Or World War II gas mask, or World War I gas mask.
It seems a bit elongated for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just got you know what I'm thinking. I'm thinking of like the gas mask with like the respirator tube on the outside.
Yeah.
But yeah, the face just doesn't fit that design.
Yeah, like it's like the second Pokemon that is meant to be designed based on military hardware.
And all I'm thinking of is auxiliary now.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there are a lot of Pokemon designed on military hardware now that I think about it, but like, freaking Hydreigon is meant to be a tank.
Really?
Yeah. They ended up bringing it back a bit, but like original design, it was meant to look like a tank.
Hydreigon?
Yeah.
All I ever saw him is that it's just like, he's like the Hydra.
Yeah, exactly. tail hydration?
Yeah, the two stripes on the front of his body were meant to be tank treads.
Okay, I kind of see. I guess the problem is that, you know, the design shifted away from that and a lot
Yeah.
less accepted, yeah. And given the name, it's also Ray, which is German for 3, and Germany, well, let's be honest, Germany has one of the most famous tanks ever.
I just kind of pictured that as like they were trying to pull like a pun thing, because that whole thing is like Dino. I forget the second one, but it had Zwei in its name and then
Valus,
Dry.
yeah, it's Valus.
Yeah.
Was Valios, I should say.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, it's one of those, like, little factoids that you hear every now and then from certain poker tubers. They're like, yeah, it was, original design was meant to be more tank-like, but then decided that, no, they can't actually have a Pokemon design on a tank so heavily that they...
Yeah, I mean, we already had artillery that was like Remora was a little bit like a torpedo, and artillery was more tank-like. Tank-like would evolve into that.
Yeah.
It actually makes the evolution make a lot more sense.
And of course, one of my new all-time favorite Pokemon is clearly like I think they've decided that, like, you know what, let's have our Pokemon based on military hardware and not hide it. And that is a Pokemon from this generation. It looks like a stealth bomber.
I think I've seen some of that, yeah.
Spoiler alert, that's on my team.
Alright.
Oh, it's on my team as well. Actually, no, I don't think I ended up using that. That's right, I ended up using Toru as my dragon.
I mean, let's be honest. Any good team worth their salt will have one tank.
Yeah.
It just
And
depends on what kind of dragon you're looking for what role.
And really, I think there's only like 3 potential dragons that you'd have access to by end game, and that is Flygon, the Apple dragons, and it's hard, it's rare, but the actual pseudo.
Yeah, that thing.
Oh, and Goodra is another one, but that's only in Shield. So I had a friend send me one over.
Yeah. You got options based on what you need. I hope everybody signed the waiver. Every time you go see it, you have to sign a waiver to not consume they are whipping around like that. Yeah, that can't be good for anyone's health.
I also gotta say, I love how this battle has just been like... His biggest mistake was just sending out the mind turtle with me to be like, alright, calm mind, calm mind, calm mind. Are you finished setting up traps?
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of the things that a lot of people didn't like about Tornado was that it has this perfect design for that being an ability, and yet they made it a move, which is like, why would you waste a turn setting up a move to do damage when you're basically indicating like, hey, if you're faster than me, you're gonna get your attack off before I set up. Actually, I think it's...
And because it's a turtle Pokemon, let's be honest, it was already going to be slow.
It's got so much potential, but I think,
Yeah, it's not like Wabafit is designed to be.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely a wasted potential on that one. And it's not like Aftermath isn't an ability already. I mean, look at the Driftling line.
That's right. It is actually it is a lowered priority move for. Wait. Lowered priority. That's. Uh. It's even a low it is a slow move. So what's the point?
Exactly, because once you set that up, it's like somebody setting up Bind. Who would be dumb enough to attack into that?
And it only affects physical attacks, so it's like, at best, it's like, okay, you force them to switch out. At worst, they're just gonna switch to a non-contact attack.
Exactly. Or you just gave them a chance to build up, because a proper team will have moves for an occasion like that. Because, honestly, cool concept, bad execution.
And I suppose it's kind of one of those unfortunate things that will inevitably happen then in the course of trying to get all that design work in. There's just going to be some Pokemon that really cool idea, but they kind of fall off to the wayside.
Ain't that the truth?
Like that's one of the things that one of the reasons why people tend to get excited about like really cool signature moves on bad Pokemon. It's like, can't wait until this signature move ends up on a good competitive Pokemon.
Yeah.
Because I think Pollen Puff was another one. Like, okay, Pollen Puff was on a decently competitive Pokemon, which is freaking
What does that move do in that case?
So Pollen Puff is a bug type move that can deal damage, but if you aim it at a teammate, it heals them.
Oh, it's got some viability for doubles. I like that.
Yeah. Wait, was that Pollen Puff? Yeah.
I can feel my partners itching with anticipation inside their Pokeballs.
Phrasing?
Uh...
Yeah, Archer's just in the audience and just called phrasing? Not gonna lie, I've been kind of mad today, especially since I went food shopping and the food I normally get is out of stock. Been out of stock for like a week, for like 2 weeks now. Really annoying. This is definitely what I needed. And what's this? Something is happening. Hey, remember the plot?
Oh boy.
Yep.
Oh, now here's where the bullshit starts.
Yep. Don't you mean Toro shit? Or melting shit?
What the hell?
I know, right?
What is it?
I know. Again, I understand why he wants to do this. It's just his methodology is
like I don't. Yeah, like I don't even understand why. It's like, okay, we get it. Okay, he has some motivation. You know, he got worries about energy consumption and all that shit. But he's like, well, we got an issue that's going to happen, and I need people to listen right now. Guess I'll just destroy the world by summoning the apocalypse. What the fuck? fuck is that about?
Yeah, it's never.
To be fair, the darkest day isn't the apocalypse.
I mean,
The way it's described is the darkest day is a day when there was so much Galar energy. That's what they called it. So he's like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna do this thing that's going to cause Pokemon to start Dynamaxing like crazy, but we need the energy.
okay,
You know,
but
I'm pretty sure
why?
You know, I feel like a lot of people would be kind of cool with this if he just calmly explained, okay, I'm going to trigger this so that we can harvest all the energy and not have to worry about it for a while. It's just one day of panic. We deal with, have everyone support, deal with the situation, and there you go.
It's like, and that's the like. Okay, maybe if like, okay, yes, we prepared to do that. This doesn't explain why he thought it had to be done right fucking now, and it's so dumb.
See, I think what I think they should have done for the story is have it that like. If it would have been so much better if you would have seen like power issues happening throughout the game. Instead of it being like a thing that's going to happen 1,000 years in the future, have it immediate. Like,
Exactly.
have it like, you know, they're putting up front, it's like, oh yeah, there's nothing wrong. We're just having a bit of power outages here and there. When behind the scenes, like,
it's just a technical issue. You know how it is. We're already got men working on it.
Yeah, that could have made it seem like, okay, yeah, even if it's the thing, if like it was intermittent, it would kind of feed into that theme of, oh, we're just putting patches on an issue that needs a more long-term solution.
Exactly.
yeah.
And it's like, or if maybe if the method of fixing it was something that needed to be done immediately, like, oh, we need to like capture wishing stars or whatever, and we need to do that right now or whatever, or like whatever method. Let's say we were working on the first draft of this or whatever, and it's like, okay, we need a reason for the bad guy to go nuts. Okay, it's because this is something that has to be addressed right now for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that's the big thing. And also, I said it before, I'll say it again, the theme of this game is delusion.
I think Rose would have been such a cool and sympathetic villain if it was a case of he was only an antagonist because he was put in such a shitty situation that he was just doing.
Saw the writing on the wall, quite literally, like a year or days from now, everyone's going to be gone without power. So he'd be like, he'd probably even say to the protagonist, I'm willing to become the villain if it means the world is safe.
Yeah.
Or if the Galar region is the same. Like, and that would be sympathetic.
yeah. And it's like there were so many opportunities for them to put up things like this. Like they could have said, "Oh, we're not getting as much coal out of the mines as before," or "Oh, we are trying to get hydro power out in the sea towns, but it's not as efficient as we need it to be," or whatever. And like,
Yeah.
Sprinkle hints about, have some NPCs say like, you know, I heard that the chairman is always worried about power. What's he talking about? Everybody knows that we have enough power for everything. Or something like
Yeah.
that. Just seed those in, and then when you get to that point, it all comes together rather than coming out of left field. And again, this is one of the biggest gripes that I think me and Argyle have with this game. The wasted potential. Everything about this game is really good. The mechanics, the Pokemon design, the character expression. The characters are very endearing and memorable.
I mean,
Plot.
there is a theory and some kind of evidence to suggest that they did kind of rush it out a bit. They had to cut some stuff.
I could believe it.
Like they showcase, you know, the big the hillside giant drawing which is actually a Gigantamax toxicity.
Hmm.
Yeah, they didn't even have Gigantamax toxicity in the game until a couple of weeks after.
Oh wow.
And
Yeah.
like, yeah, so they're like, why have this whole build up to being like, yes, there's this mysterious giant that once attacked that looks so much like toxicity, and not even be in the game, like.
Yeah. Again, that's the biggest thing. Missed potential and the fact that it was if this game had another year to cook, it probably would have proven that Game Freak knew what they were doing. But this just sort of solidifies our opinion of Game Freak.
Like, and it's one of those fun things too, where it's like Pokemon is such a cash cow franchise, and Game Freak has a pretty solid handle on the property. You'd think they'd be able to have enough time to fully get the thing together.
But you also got to take into account this was a new system.
Yeah.
I mean,
The
they had the Let's Go games to get their handle on
Yeah.
it, but
True.
The good thing is, a lot of issues that I have with this game were kind of fixed with the Frozen Tundra.
In other words,
Frozen Tundra really sets up like this is what the game should have been.
yeah, which pretty much it's probably one of the reasons why you're not as worried about the remakes or
Yeah.
Legend of Arceus. You know, outside of normal, oh god, what if they bomb it thoughts.
Yeah.
yeah. It's part of why I'm still of the opinion that Game Freak is a very solid, like, B-tier developer. I still think this game is good. I'm enjoying it, and it has room for improvement, but it's like Game Freak has always kind of needed a little bit more time or assistance to get the polish that their games really need.
If there's something that we can agree on, is that Game Freak, they have solid foundation. It's just that freeing everything up, getting everything all solid. That's their issue. But they do show they have a good idea of the core elements. But I look at this game the same way I looked at Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2. A great game, but with so much lost potential because of Rush.
Yeah. It does make me glad that, like, as much as I wish stuff would get done right the first time, I appreciate that we have stuff like DLC and patches to make things better after the fact.
It's definitely a double-edged sword, but sometimes it does help. Well, at least they're not like Bethesda. They haven't gotten that far yet.
I mean, it probably in that sense helps that stuff like Pokemon, among their other games, are a bit more structured compared to, like, open world games that, like, Bethesda does, where there's just so many variables that go together.
And it doesn't help they have been using the same engine for, I'd say, about a decade now. God, I'm not gonna lie. Galaria, I both love and hate that design.
Pardon me, sir, could I blow smoke in your face?
Exactly. Oh, wait, you're done? What time is it? I appear to be late for the crack house. They hired me to blow smoke.
If I recall from its Pokédex entry, it's actually supposed to be a bit of a purifier.
Yeah, I know, but it's funnier to imagine it blowing smog into other people's face.
Giant black burb.
It's like how Alola, Grimer, and Mug, they eat garbage.
Yeah, but like, yeah, I believe its actual like move is like purifying smog or something like that. Or I haven't really used Galarian
the point is, they're anti-pollution.
Yeah.
Which is kind of ironic, because they look like a British, you know, gentleman.
Yeah, I mean, like, the idea is that it's like smokestacks combined with like a top hat kind of thing.
Yeah, but I was also going with the irony of, you know, the great smog of Britain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh.
It's shiny. Yeah.
Okay, it's called neutralizing gas.
Ah.
If the Pokemon with neutralizing gas is in the battle, the effects of all Pokemon's abilities will be nullified or will not be triggered.
Whoa. That could be pretty good in a double battle.
Yeah. now that I read it like that, I think it's just straight up bloody like freaking weed smoke. It's like you get too high to do anything.
God, now I'm thinking in the Pokemon world, that's another accomplishment that weed smokers would do. Turn a wheezing into a bong.
It already looks kind of like one. I mean, just feed a wheezing some weed and just breathe out whatever smoke comes out. There you go.
What typing do you think weed would fall?
Well,
under?
grass would obviously have to be part of it.
Yeah.
Say grass poison.
See, I wouldn't say poison, because like I guess it is still technically a poison and whatnot, but like
Grass water? Because you boil it in a
no.
pot?
I mean, fairy makes the most sense because it's like, you know, they could easily do the Pokemon versions of like, yeah, it spreads magic fairy smoke that causes people to be happy. Like freaking fairy dragons in D&D and Pathfinder where they have euphoric breath.
Yeah.
Which is literally just it just makes you high.
What the fuck? This thing knows Psybeam?
Yeah.
Not a very good Psybeam, apparently.
It would appear that you are summoning a poison. You triggered on a poison Pokemon. Well, in that case, we will deal with that with our Psychic Beam.
To be fair, it is fairy type, and fairies do tend to get quite a bit of psychic moves.
Still weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
It's like Psyduck, with the way it looks, actually knowing a psychic move.
Poison Fairy, huh? So during a time when droves of factories fouled the air pollution, Weezing changed into this form. For some reason.
This might be the only Pokedex entry that makes sense. It just happened. They don't know.
I can't think of anything, but yeah, it's like, God, just... I like how it's worded like that. For some reason. We don't know if it caused it. It just happened to happen at the same time.
Yeah, its sword entry is, this Pokemon consumes particles that contaminate the air. Instead of leaving droppings, it expels clean air.
Okay, so bring a bunch of those, and we don't have to worry about global warming.
So what you're telling me is that Weezing's farts don't stink.
Yes.
I'm just imagining some trader, you know, researching this, like, okay, I'm gonna need you to fart my face, and the Weezing is very uncomfortable because he doesn't know if that's a fetish thing or not. Like, I don't feel comfortable about this.
Oh, it's you kids again.
Hey, sup? What you doing in our neighborhood? Bad shit happening out there again.
I'm just gonna say it. Sword Doggo is the better design.
I mean,
Yeah, Shield Doggo just looks a little weird to me.
I mean, the shield feels like it kind of makes sense, but I do think the design of sword is better. It's like, you kids, you do realize there's hallucinogenic mushrooms in this forest, right?
And don't forget about the coughing, the Weezings who let out the hallucinogenic air.
I mean, you know, not that it'd actually be an interesting idea that the Weezings might actually be filtering out some weirdness in the fog. And that's why they appear or don't appear at times.
Actually,
Yeah.
yeah, I could, yeah. I'm not gonna lie, her hair really bugs me because I'm just trying to imagine how long it would take for her to get her hair like that every morning.
Too long.
Yeah, I could see it being done decently.
Yeah, it's just a ponytail on the side.
And she's probably got, like, I'm guessing she has some naturally, like, wavy hair, and that's why it winds up
Yeah.
like that.
Fair enough, I guess.
Though I'm not a fan of side ponytails, they look wrong to me.
Ugh.
A-
No, it's because of how uneven they look.
Yeah, asymmetry is an acquired taste for some things.
And God, I hate Chairman Rose's hair. I hate that hair design with a passion. It looks so dumb. It's right up there with Mohawks. Or at least with Mohawks, it makes sense with the whole rebellion thing, but it's still dumb.
Like, I suppose this is meant to be, like, a very, like, better than, like, normal stone rigid material, but, like, all I can think is that is just begging to start crumbling apart.
Yeah, it just lands right on Hobbs' head. Also, ripping off Legend of Zelda, +1 save.
Yeah, I was just about to say.
Oh yeah, that's like the little Deku symbol right in there.
Well, just talk about this, the whole,
Oh.
you find a magic sword in the middle of a forest, which is also, like, okay, Excalibur wasn't in the middle of a forest, it was...
But let's be
Well,
honest.
depending, like, I'm trying to think, Excalibur was either, like, it was either stone or lake, depending on the telling.
Actually, Excalibur, or wasn't that the sword in the stone?
Yeah, Excalibur was a sword in stone, and, like, at least one version I've heard is, like, he takes Excalibur out, but then he throws it into the lake, and then... Oh, no, it's actually the Lady of the Lake gives Excalibur first, and then Merlin sets it in the stone, I believe. I think
Something
that's
like
how
that.
it went.
It probably depends on the thing, because, yeah.
But either way, Legend of Zelda, right here. I wouldn't be surprised if some kid in tights is about to beam you to steal the sword.
Just you hear somewhere off in the distance echoing, "Shut ha!"
Yeah. Hut, hut. No, it's the hut, 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 because of the rolling.
Gotta just imagine, like, he's side jumping over as like a speed technique, just.
What Pokemon would Link use? I mean, obviously he would have to have a Ponyta or any other equine Pokemon.
He would have a Cypher
A Scyther? Yeah, I could see that.
for cutting grass. Actually, no. I suppose he could also... Okay. He would definitely have, a Aegislash.
Yeah, that definitely.
Yeah, and like Special Agent Slash with the Fiza voice.
Yeah. Cutie Fly's evolution.
Does for Navi.
Yeah, so that's it, Ribombi.
Rabambi, yeah.
Maybe a I'm trying to think of its name. Ghost Owl, because it's an archer.
Decidui.
Yeah, the Decidueye.
Yeah, yeah. Surprise, yours isn't breaking with how funny you're looking. Oh, hey-oh.
Yeah, we'll save the day with this rusty sword and shield. Like, that's...
What are you looking for?
I was trying to see if, like, I could look at it in my inventory, but I guess it's...
It'd be on
not...
the key items.
Say... Oh, that's
Yeah,
weird.
so I guess it, yeah.
Huh. Weird.
Oh, yeah.
Or...
If that would be under bloody held items, but then that.
Yeah, you know, it's not at the bottom of the thing.
Yeah, I don't think they put it in the inventory at all.
Which is weird, considering the other miscellaneous stuff that they put in, but, well, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Ah. Buddy, this is the time to go charging off.
Now he's gonna look at this tree for a bit.
Let's see. Oh, we can take a flying taxi. It's like, it's like Corviknight flight. Where do you need me? We need a flight to Hammerlock from the Slumbering Whale. The what?
Yeah, right in the middle at this shrine
Yep,
in the middle.
you know, the slumbering weald, right in the middle of the gloomy, mist-covered forest.
Oh yeah, and at an ancient shrine that hasn't been seen in possibly hundreds of years. You can't miss it by a lake. God. The plot is so stupid sometimes, and I love it.
I find mild amusement in these answers that are yes or yes. It's like,
No.
well, of course I am.
You have no choice.
Use it.
It would be kind of funny if there were one of those instances that just said, "Why do you ask when you know I have no choice?" Oh, hey, it's this lady.
Crazy McBitch face.
Oh. Oh, now you want me to meddle in your fucking dude's affairs.
That expression is just...
Yeah, you gotta love the fact that it is a pyramid scheme of simping. She simps for Chairman Rose, the people under her simp for her.
Exactly.
Oh.
God, that expression on her face is just one of, I am completely fucked up. I am in over my head. Help! Ugh.
You know, could have done this before, but alright. Eternatus. I've heard that name before. I've tried to avoid looking directly at it whenever I've seen signs of it.
Yeah. It's a very interesting design.
It's a cool design, but I thought it came a bit out of left field, if I'm being honest.
Though, I will say, again, the biggest problem with this game, especially when it comes to Eternatus, it's really just like, oh, so you're just doing Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon again.
Yeah. Like, that really is kind of, like... While in so many ways this game feels like it improves on the previous generation, mechanically speaking, so much about the story and setting feels like... Yeah, they did another try at the concepts that were in Sun and Moon, but they kind of bungled them even worse.
Yep.
Yeah. Such is life.
What do I plan?
I'm gonna... what, no option to throw him down into the pit?
No, you could just get the hell out of the way.
Don't you mean Mewtwo is the ultimate Pokemon?
I would say, I'll let Andrew have his battle with it, but there are some really cool theories around this Pokemon.
See, okay, you must limitless energy to ensure everlasting prosperity. My purpose, my duty, my destiny. That's why we've been giving the wishing stars to Eternatus. Okay. Surely you remember the red light that caused a ruckus around Hammerlock. That was all part of our experiments to awaken Eternatus.
I hate your hair.
You must understand, I can't let you interfere with my plan to protect the future of Galar. Oh, so we're doing this. And we got some real JRPG, big boss tier music going on.
All you need is just the faux Latin chanting and it'll be complete.
And we do at least have some of that stuff going on in the background. I mean, it's not full-on singing, but we got a chorus. Ferrothorn. Right, I forgot. You got like a ton of metal in your organization.
Yep.
Oof. Well, at least we haven't died yet.
I can't feel my fist. Feel be so only burning in my fist. Hey, Gears, I'm gonna go stick my fist in that. Oh,
Okay,
God.
actually it went first. Okay.
Yeah, it is surprisingly fast.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I thought it was
It's
kind of one of
meant
those
to
ones that
be-
needed to work up to it. Yeah.
It's because it's basically meant to be the Unova version of Magnemite,
Hmm.
and I believe the Magnemite line is fairly fast. Not as fast as Electrode, of course. Electrode's like
Yeah,
the fastest
Electrode.
freaking Pokemon.
I think Electro is one of the fastest Pokemon.
Yeah, it's fastest non-legendary. Non-Ultra Beast, not non-legendary.
Although, what about the Vikavolt line?
Slow. Vikavolt is slow but tanky.
Really? I always thought it was faster.
Nah, because it's meant to sort of be a sort of dreadnought-like ship, or I guess the.
Gradient.
I don't know if the Gradius version. I'm not sure if that particular ship is meant to be a slower, but
Well, I would say when it comes to the Vic Viper, it starts
Yeah.
off ridiculously slow until you actually get some speed ups on it.
yeah.
I guess it's just me misremembering. Although now that I'm remembering,
Nah, because like
that episode of the original anime with that race, and there was that one crazy jackass
yeah.
rolling down the hill on his Electrode. Oh,
But yeah. One of the things that Gen 7 tried to do was actually reduce the speed of a lot of Pokemon. Until in the sort of the first 6 months or whatever of Sun and Moon, when you could only use Sun and Moon Pokemon, it was actually I would say very well balanced competitive, because you didn't have these top tier speedsters just outspeeding everything.
It is always frustrating when that happens.
And I was wrong. The fastest non-legendary Pokemon is Ninjask.
That makes sense.
Oh, the big elephant. I like the elephant.
Indeed. Wait, what?
That's the big elephant.
What, you were surprised about the Dynamax? Or the Gigantamax in here?
Yeah, like, did I have that option?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
Oh.
were literally fighting in a place where...
I mean, of course, but like, I'm dumb.
Oh, shit.
Yep, there goes Bran.
Well,
That just got weird.
send in the fluff.
I mean, it's a steel type. Don't think it's psychic. I think it's grass steel.
Don't care.
Still be neutral to it, so.
Yeah.
Would you also have the option to change how you float? That'd be kind of cool.
Eh.
It could be neat as like a little cosmetic thing.
Maximum edgy darkness.
Ah, yeah, it's already.
Oh, don't give me that.
end of Evangelion.
Oh, God.
What? I can't help but just think of that scene whenever I see people clapping like that.
Yeah, just a round of congratulations.
That or when Steven Universe did their own take on that, remember?
Yeah.
Well, at least they said congratulations correctly. It's not like Ghostbusters that went congratulations.
Hey, winner, it's you.
Too bad, but it just can't be helped. You could have helped this, you frickin' dude, if you weren't such an impatient asshole. In order to solve the energy issue as soon as possible, we awakened Eternatus, but we couldn't control it. The champion came to aid me even at the cost of abandoning the match. Indeed, just like a knight in shining armor coming to rescue a princess from a dragon, or a dumbass from his own stupidity.
I mean, at least the princess didn't antagonize the dragon.
Imagine, it's like, we had no idea that this is how it would go, and Riona just goes up to him, points to all the other villains in Pokemon history.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like anyone else has tried to do something this bad by trying to deal with cosmic powers, you know, like Team Aqua, or Magma, or Galactic.
Or Rocket, if you're going by anime logic.
Yeah.
In fact,
canon and
the Unova games were the only ones where it actually was a bit different, because he actually did have control.
Yeah, that was, in that case, that was just Getsus not really having his deal over N. And like, if anything, Getsus was doing pretty good. Like, he had a hold over Kyurem in Black and White too. So, yeah. I mean, Plasma was still in the wrong, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do tend to ramble on, I know. I love to make speeches. You sure do.
Maybe it's a distraction. He's waiting for the sniper to take aim.
There'll be no sniper. There's no place for a sniper in there.
I mean, I have a sniper on my team, technically.
True.
Yeah, that is true. Could the champion even make it to Eternius? Like, would he even be able to find him? You know how bad he is with directions. Maybe escort him out to the authorities?
Oh, hold on, first. Okay. More than anything else, I want you to say these 3 words, sir. Say, I fucked up.
You fucked up. He has like a smirk on his face.
Just fucking deck him at that point. Like...
Yeah. I rip his hair. Or just pull out a razor and shave him.
Oh, okay. They're asking us if we're ready. That makes me... Yeah, let's...
You might wanna make sure you're all healed. Because,
Yeah, that's along the lines of you're about to do something in a tabletop game and the GM asks, "Are you sure?"
Yeah.
that is actually one of the scariest things a GM could say to a player. Are you sure?
And do a save. Alright. Let's see the inevitable failure of everything. Wow.
You know, I could believe that came from another dimension. I can believe that's an Ultra Beast.
Yeah.
No, even as an Ultra Beast, it doesn't look anything like Ultra Beast. Its design is so standalone.
It is a very interesting thing in that's... I mean, I would say that does remind me of some Ultra Beast to a degree in that it doesn't quite look like it can be a living thing.
Yeah.
But it is, like, very interesting, like, even, like, just with this perspective. Like, you got that big old swirling thingo in its chest that clearly has some kind of vital function, but you're not sure how it works.
Yeah. That's why I say that if they came out and said it was supposed to be an Ultra Beast or something, I'd believe it.
No, there. I'll wait until after to explain or to bring up the theory that a lot of people seem to believe, and I'm certainly one of them.
Okay, then. I like to hear theories. Except that Ash is in a coma theory. That
Yeah.
one got really old really fast.
Yeah.
It made sense in for the first season, but then they kept trying to add to it and just stopped making sense.
It's like there's a game that actually had the character in a coma as like the actual twist, and it was so bad. I think it was drawn to life.
Huh.
Like, I would say, like, Link's Awakening actually managed to pull that off good, but I think it helped that kind of part of the whole point of the game is that it leaned into the dream angle type thing.
And how it's actually going to almost Lovecraftian horror because think about it. The wingfish and then the great sleeper.
Yeah, see, that's where it works with Link's Awakening because it's like what you do in the dream still has significance. You are waking up the windfish. It's under a curse. A lot of times the coma theories and whatnot, or just the it was all a dream kind of payoff, doesn't work because it just means like, then what was the point of all that?
Yeah, it became a cop out and everything.
And I think it helps that they set up this idea within it that, like, yes, these characters may not be people in the sense of a physical thing, but they help get you attached and feel like there is some point to them. Yeah. And it does make you feel like, okay, yes, if you take this world away, you might be taking away the basis for their existence, but on the other hand, is their life with the nightmares any better?
Yep.
Yeah.
And done right, it can be done right.
And another good sort of actual one that does the it was all a dream but wasn't really. Good old classic bloody Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, because they did the whole it was all a dream. Or was it?
Which is funny because, as I recall, that wasn't even in the original book.
Yeah, because she goes back there several times. Though the sequel movie, damn, that movie's great, but it's also dark. She gets sent to a mental bloody institution where they're gonna bloody frickin' put her through shock therapy.
Yeah, that's before all the fucked up shit. Remember the Room of Heads?
Yeah.
Dynamax Cannon.
Yeah.
He's a fire ray as laser, or he was. until your little fairy nose hole it. I fall. Well, that looks bad.
Okay, I vaguely remember seeing stuff about the hand.
Yeah. So, the theory is that Eternatus might actually be one of the hands of Arceus.
Hmm.
Oh.
Especially
Oh.
since you also find it in an egg.
Hmm.
Much like Arceus.
And the next game is a remake of Diamond and Pearl, and we're also doing The Legend of Arceus. Huh. Definitely keep that in the back of our mind. Oh good, you cheating son of a bitch. God, it's like the GM was like, nope, you can't do anything. My boss is super powerful.
Like,
Yeah, you just have to keep.
yeah.
Nobody likes this sort of. Bring me 2 doggos with attitude.
And it's a bit like that.
It
I-
does feel like that, doesn't it?
I always kind of want to just imagine that's like the Sword and Shield are secretly like dog whistles.
Yeah.
That would also work.
Oh god. You know, okay. This is me being delving too much into Undertale and Deltarune lately. I just like it. It's like you use the Sword and Shield and you summon the annoying dog. AKA Toby Fox himself.
Yeah. I do love the fact that his author insert is, well, the annoying dog.
Yeah.
Like, he's just some awesome character. No, he's just some asshole dog. Talk to the hand.
What was that about biting the hand that feeds you? Okay,
I'm a deck you in the snot.
I do like this idea of like the legendaries come to help you, and you don't have to do the whole "oh, you gotta catch them for you to be worthy" or whatever stuff, because they're actually here to help, not waste everybody's time.
Yeah, though. the way this fight was designed is, again, another one of those big missed opportunities that kind of shows that they might have been under a bit of a development crunch.
Crunch, yeah.
Because, like, you literally can't lose this fight.
Yeah, like, I mean, that's kind of the thing, like, this whole thing. It's, I kind of thought with the whole thing of, oh, you can't do anything, and oh, you gotta wait for the dogs to arrive. It's basically a playable cutscene.
Yeah. And, like, I think I mentioned, it really feels like that they didn't have enough time to implement like big fights like this in a way that would have been satisfying. Because it's like the way they do it in wild Dynamax fights is you have, you know, 3 random NPCs. And it just feels bad because it's like, well, you can't control what they're doing, so you're literally getting 1 move out of 4 and you can't do much about it.
And it's...
So bad, you just wanna... They almost cripple you.
And it makes me wish they could have just let you pick out 4 of your Pokemon. Like, I guess
Yeah.
maybe they didn't want you to spend too much time issuing commands, but still I feel like that would have been preferable to some degree.
Yeah.
Why not fight? It's fun, right? Yeah. Missed opportunity and delusion. There's a lot of good, but God, don't you wish you could go back and tell them what to do and fix things, right?
Also, I love the howl in the music.
Yeah.
But you can't deny that the music in this game is pretty top notch. Again, Pokemon's music, I never heard bad Pokemon music.
Yeah, I would say that it's like at its worst, Pokemon music is just nah.
This is there. But when it hits good.
Little factoid I found, I heard yesterday, and like I am now disappointed this hasn't been used in other Pokemon games. In Gen 5, on some routes, I'm not sure if it's multiple routes, but there's at least one route that has dynamic music. When you're walking, it starts like a drum, like marching drums start up. When you stop, it just goes back to the more soothing music.
Yeah, I remember that. I thought that was a pretty cool thing. Like, I think that was the pretty cool thing about Gen 5, that they had the dynamic music. It makes me wish that they used that.
I did not know that. That's a pretty cool factoid. Yeah, Pokemon is full of missed opportunities and stuff like that, but I'm glad they do acknowledge some things.
It's like with frickin' you have these what do you call them? These vignette kind of anime episodes that they make, like, you know, Journeys is the actual main anime. Yeah, Twilight Wings, Odyssey and whatnot. They are so good. I just wish the main anime was as good as they are.
Yeah, like, it makes me also wish that maybe they could put that team to animating the adventure.
Yeah.
Stuff that happened in there, that would be really stick out to see an anime based on an alternate reality.
Huh, Hop got the last hit in.
And like, you could have, you know, the main Pokemon anime be a little more fun, slice of life, whereas the manga, you the adventure thing can be like the actual serious thing with the plot.
So it doesn't matter what Pokeball you use.
And I was kind of figuring, so I'm trying to think, what is a cool... The Dream Ball matches his color scheme.
That's the reason why I was able to capture Mewtwo in a Love Ball, because, yeah.
You're mine now, bitch.
It's like, the...
I'm not gonna use this on that.
I don't need no Eternatus. This is just to complete the decks!
Yeah. So, yeah, the doggos, they do have signature moves called, like, Behemoth Bash and Behemoth Slash, which actually do, like, triple damage against Dynamax Pokemon.
The great Dynamax raid.
Yeah.
We must go. Our planet needs us.
I love that scene. That whole episode was good.
Okay.
And yeah, I think there's like an after story that you have to do to actually capture the doggo.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering what the deal is to get them then, if that wasn't it. Okay.
It is nice that they, again, they just showed up to help. It kind of reminds me of like Rayquaza, where you had to go and contact him to get his help before you can catch him.
Yeah.
Turned himself in, and I'm sure he's freaking rich. He's gonna get away with like a minimal sentence in a minimum security prison or whatever.
Yeah, it's probably like that trope of you go to his prison and it's just straight up like a freaking presidential suite inside a prison.
Yeah.
Well, knowing Alina, she probably helped to sway the judge and jury.
No, I will say, Alina does get off light. She gets community work.
No, I'm just saying she either did lewd things or threatening things or threateningly lewd things.
At least she's doing something.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably the jury and the judge. Hey-oh! That's terrible. I'm sorry.
And you still haven't had the champion match. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess saving the world is a bit distracting.
Yeah. God, I almost like to imagine the idea of it's like that's the thing that we would be most upset about. It's like okay, it's one thing that you put the world in danger. You interrupted my champion match. Do you know how hard those are to reschedule?
No, I'm kind of annoyed with that for that reason. He's like, look, I'm willing to help you out, but can you wait a day for at least the match?
It's like, do you have any idea how many people have to get rescheduling in?
Not to mention all the tickets, the pissed off fans who spent hundreds of dollars.
Yeah, because like there's the cost of like the tickets to attend the thing. There's the travel cost that goes into being here. The cost of renting out the hotel. Like,
not to mention the many doctors and nurses on standby because this was a tournament and everything.
And how that had to get interrupted because of the random Dynamaxing you incurred.
Exactly. He may have tried to save a bunch of money, power, but he certainly didn't save a bunch of money. And he could have saved a bunch of money on his car insurance by switching to Geico. commercial? Remember one with like Speed Racer and everything?
Oh, they're American, so it's only YouTube for that one.
Fair.
Giant burb. Okay, you know, alright. First. Okay, I thought they would heal me up, but I had to be absolutely sure. Yeah. Got my door in public, and you know what? Okay, so just the same thing is okay. Okay, yep. I just realized he has the button on the back of his head.
Yeah. They could easily had that set up as a nose.
Yeah, or like one of his eyes or something like...
Yeah, you're right. Well, that just bugs me now, and now I can't unsee that. Thanks, guys.
No, just imagine, like, at one point, like, you're rolling over in bed and like, okay, gonna check up on... You feel one of your Pokeballs, you pick it up, you just see that face staring back at you. And then you wake up from your night terror.
It reminds me of Animal Crossing during the Easter event. There's a person in a bunny costume. Which is funny because it's like it's Animal Crossing. Why would they need to be someone in a bunny costume when they could have just had a bunny? But
Actually,
it's implied that it is possibly a human. And when you try to like look, go behind them, they like, are you trying to see if there's anything behind there?
yeah, that character in general, just gives me slasher villain vibes.
I mean, it doesn't help that was kind of like when there's still a fair amount of stuff for Five Nights at Freddy's still going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. That definitely didn't help.
I don't think people really know anything about Eternatus.
Like, I mean, I suppose they put, like, I mean, you can't exactly hide the big freaking thing that happened in the state, but this is clearly an era of smartphones and things and stuff like that where people can catch that kind of thing. Yeah. So you would hope they caught it.
It's one of those things where it's like, it happened on the top of a tower that, you know, there was no one else really around, so it'd been like, there would be theories, but I would assume the news would even just pass it off like, oh, there was just a wild Dynamax Pokemon.
I mean, they could have had, like, dudes like Corviknights flying around, like...
True.
I could picture that news duo hiring a Corviknight taxi to be like, okay, we're here for the news. We're gonna get the story of a lifetime. And then we get interrupted again by more world-changing bullshit. Alright.
Either that, or you just have some drunk bloody streaker running out of the field.
That would be hilarious. No, Mr. Pokeball is the one freaking.
I'm just thinking. Florida man interrupts Galar championship match. Let's see. Right, part goes, so fighting won't work.
Yeah.
Very regal Pokemon.
Aegislash was one of the Pokemon that caused some of the biggest shitstorms back in the competitive day of Gen 6. Because it was just so, like, it's such a good Pokemon. The fact that it can switch from 150 on both defenses to 150 on both attacks, and it's such a good typing.
Definitely not a bad opener. That's
Yeah, well, and it's like the fact that even to switch back to its defense is basically you're using a form of protect, so like it was such a tricky Pokemon to take out that competitive had to, like, they didn't straight up ban it for a while until they eventually realized, yeah, no, we need to ban it.
no kidding.
One of the few, yeah, one of the few non-legendary Pokemon that got banned to Ubers.
And it also has a rad design.
Yeah.
Unlike Rhyperior, which I wanna like it, but I don't know how I would improve that.
There are some cool redesigns I've seen.
Da-dun, da-dun, da-dun-dun.
I love Inteleon's Gigantamax design. In fact, all the starter Pokemon have a Gigantamax version where they don't actually grow.
Really?
So for Inteleon, what happens is he creates a giant sniper tower,
Oh wow.
and he gets a sniper rifle.
Oh my god, that is... Oh!
Ah, and here's the stealth bomber.
Yep.
Also, apparently, Team Rocket's reaction to Gigantamax.
Yeah, it does that during the anime.
What was Meowth's reaction to that? Like,
He did go out of control for a bit, and he was wrecking shit until Jesse was like, "What would the boss think?" And he's like, "The boss?"
Go ahead.
I was about to say, yeah, his love for Giovanni snapped him out of it.
I'm just imagining with his English voice just being, "I have become death, destroyer of wilds."
also, that means... Wait, if he's a Gigantamax Meowth, does that mean he can never evolve into a person?
Yeah.
And that's the same with Master Pikachu, because Pikachu's been gigantic. So even if Pikachu wants to become a Raichu, he can't become one! Which actually would raise us answer a bit of a pothole. Because way back in the original Pokemon, remember that? When he fought in Vermilion City against Earth, and Joy had like the Thunderstorm, like, hey, you can evolve your Pikachu into a Raichu. Then Pikachu basically tail whacked it out of his hand. That should have triggered.
If he didn't touch it.
He did touch it. He tailed it.
No, I think he whipped the hand.
Either way, that would still explain it. But I do like the sniper tower. That is a cool concept.
Yeah.
Oh, this poor... I thought this Haxorus was gonna mess me up, but... Oh...
One where he's on a big floating fireball. Just
Yeah.
on frost. Come at me, bro. And Rillaboom.
Just giant drum. Yeah. Yeah, I have to say, like, at first I did not like the Gen 8 starters. I was like, okay, I like Cinderace. Cinderace was cool, but I was just like, no, I don't like the others really. And I still don't like Rillaboom, but like, Inteleon really has grown on me. Especially once I saw his Gigantamax. What?
You were saying?
I was about to say, yeah, once I saw Inteleon's, like, once I actually saw Inteleon in action, like, the whole shooting sniper shots from his thing, and then I saw his Gigantamax, I'm like, okay, I actually really like this design. It's like, it's a design that I had to see in motion to see this spy kind of style.
I suppose it doesn't help that his secondary evolution is the emo lizard.
Yeah.
I mean, Cinderace's secondary evolution does look a little moody, but it kind of works. But yeah. And Rillaboom's design, not bad, it's just not for me.
It's interesting, I'll say that. Well, it has me thinking of playing one of them Donkey Kong games with the bongos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell, that would be perfect to have, like, for an event version, just one with DK's tie on it.
Yeah.
People would beat that up.
Alright. Let's finish off this frickin' Gen 1 pandering.
Yeah.
You know, I cracked something about how his wings should not be able to lift them if they're made of flame, but I mean, it's magic.
Yeah.
Not quite a no-co. What? I mean, okay, didn't give me thank goodness for that, but like, is the idea that he had Solar Beam, or?
I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
Leon Charizard is possibly his most well-known ace in the whole. What do you think everybody's gonna bring up against it?
Right, yeah, it would make sense that he has a counter.
Yeah. Leon ain't that stupid.
Thankfully, my Inteleon finished him off with some expert fingering.
Phrasing?
I picked my phrasing very specifically, and you know it. We did it! I almost feel like he did a countdown in his head for a moment of just like, with that cover, just be like, shit, fuck, shit, fuck, shit, fuck, fuck, fuck. Alright, you did it!
Yeah!
I'm totally not upset that I'm losing all my sponsorship money.
The reality.
Yeah, now he has to actually live as a functional adult.
Nah. Yeah, and you see, he overcomes that quite quickly.
Oh.
Like, I love his design. His ex-champion design.
Ooh.
Nice amount of cash. He was loaded.
We did it.
Hello, there's a Munchlax in the audience.
Yeah.
You think it bought its own ticket? It doesn't even care about the show part.
Yeah, it makes me wonder. It's like there must be like when you're buying a ticket. It's like, okay, are you going to have any of your Pokemon out of their Pokeballs during this? Because, you know, if you buy one ticket, go and then release your Pokemon to watch, it's like, you're taking up space.
Yeah, I would imagine you have to buy an extra ticket to if you want to have your Pokemon by you.
Yeah.
Or it's like,
Yeah, I mean,
maybe
unless-
yeah, if it's like a handheld size, maybe they'll let you get away with it. But
Yeah, like Ash and his Pikachu.
Yeah.
But I love the Gene Simmons thing to go.
oh, I see what the two they did. They went with the typical Oni kind of motif.
Yeah. And I believe it's like one's supposed to be like lead guitar, the other one's supposed to be bass.
Yeah. Yeah, got two bass, lead, drums, and the singer.
Yeah.
Now I'm just imagining them doing this with like a frickin' rock band Guitar Hero type setup.
Pokemon Guitar Hero.
I mean, the only thing they were missing there was like maybe a couple of Loudreds to act as freaking amplifiers.
No, X-Cloud.
Yeah, I would say I reckon Loudred looks more like an amp than X-Cloud.
That makes sense.
I mean, I think they
Cloud
both
is
kind of
more
work,
an
but
organ part.
It's been a while since I've seen them both, but yeah.
X-Cloud's got like all the pipes on its head.
Yeah.
Now I'm just imagining like a really squat and low to the ground Loudred that's like the subwoofer.
Wow, it's been an hour and 40 minutes. Damn.
Yeah, you basically said that about 10 minutes ago.
Oh yeah, I did. Wow, my memory is shit.
Man, look at all of these companies that they kind of have to like subcontract out some of their stuff to. Jeez.
Oh, I guess I'll go set up my Pokemon game so I can...
No, not yet, dude. We still got stuff to go through before we get to that. Like, remember I was gonna go through I was gonna go through Isle of Armor, and I do want to take a look at some of the other bit of post game.
Yeah, but I want to use my team because my team...
As I said, that doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how far. It's like when you're doing battling with other players. It sets them all to level 50.
May I finish?
Okay.
My team is left immediately after Pokemon. Similar to yours. I want my league winning team versus your league.
And I don't see how that.
I mean, if you really want to, sure.
Yeah. I would appreciate that because, yeah.
And then I can take on Argyle with my,
Your perspective.
yeah.
Cause it's kind of like I'd say without evolving Bren, he's kind of at a disadvantage because Kung Fu is not that strong.
Alright. Oh no!
God damn.
The end. Or is it?
Vsauce here. Okay. Oh, actually, I haven't seen Vsauce in a while.
Hey there, Michael here.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, this is the actual title screen. Cool.
Yeah, that's actually pretty neat.
I really like it when games will like do stuff to the title screen to acknowledge stuff you've done in game.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, now I just gotta figure out how to do this.
So okay, I guess that little stinger's meant to be that. Hey, you can still do stuff in this game.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think I gotta go online.
But yeah, freaking, so, slightly off, topic in terms of games, but I've been getting back into World versus World in Guild Wars 2, and it's just like, some of the stuff that happens really is like, what you expect to see in like high-powered military battles in anime. It's like I'm standing on a tower with a bunch of or on a castle wall with a bunch of other elementalists. The enemy lays siege, and we all just start calling down meteor storms. And then you have like their guardians start putting up like shield barriers to freaking stop our storms, and it's just, god damn it.
Alright.
But like, the funny, I bring it up because like I'm doing like going around with we've got this commander at the moment, and like I got taken out, so he came back and revived me, and then I got taken out again and he was reviving me. He's like, no Melina's left behind, and I'm like, I would follow you to hell.
Okay, I set the link code, so I guess if we both hit single or the single battle, we should connect, right?
I believe that's the case.
Well, alright. I'm searching.
Wait, no, I don't want it. Damn it, didn't want it.
Still scratching.
Pardon?
I accidentally triggered a cutscene by taking a step. Okay, thank you.
That would have been useful earlier.
Not really.
No, I'm in for Leon.
Ah.
You got a turning as of that.
Okay, so the wishing stars were part of Dynamax. They weren't just a energy source. Interesting. Alright. Search. Okay.
Oh, this opposing trainer has been found, but oh, yeah.
It's your boy!
Okay. You can decide. And before you ask, I have moved the screen away, so I guess it doesn't really matter since the stream is delayed, so I wouldn't be able to see your moves.
I'm guessing normal rules, because that helps even things out.
Yeah. And yeah, you can choose your battle BGM.
Yeah.
See,
I'll just
this
hit
is like-
random and see what happens. Or did you have an idea?
This is another reason why I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about like this is another reason why I didn't have to have the battle now, because you can actually just set up your post championship team as, you know, the one to use, even though if you change, it'll still be set to that team.
Huh.
I suppose, but the moves may change and whatnot, but yeah.
Yeah.
We'll let Bren have it under his conditions.
Thanks.
I'm just saying, you're going in with a disadvantage by having an unevolved Kubfu.
That may be.
Also, he's going to get to see who you send out first.
I think he knows how this is going to go.
I'm not seeing what's on screen, so...
He's a good sport. Well, let's see how this goes. Oh, right, you got that thing going on. Fuck it. Dang it.
Maybe it's set up as my wall.
Fair enough.
And with two toxic spikes on the ground, every Pokemon that you bring out will just be poison.
I really should have changed out my held items, but oh well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
Also, hello, Aplodinja. Oh, thank you for coming by.
So, what's it feel like, Bren, destroying yourself?
What else?
Well, actually being... it works either way.
You might want to move a minute.
No. My strategy with you is as it has always been: just punch and punch and punch.
Definitely my strategy.
my.
Smart.
Ah, good old yesterday.
He punched good. But he still bleeds like the rest.
But this boxer beating up on a poor punk rocker.
Hmm.
The other way around. Ooh. I'm surprised. Okay, I'm surprised you named him Shinto. Named that Shinto.
He's a brainy guy.
Yeah. I don't know. I just kind of figured you might have ended up getting yourself. Actually, yeah. What would Shinto be if he was a Pokemon? Would you actually make him a Orbeetle, or would you?
You might go for that because, he's more brainy, but I guess it just depends on what kind of symptom you get. So Metagross would definitely be what Metagross would be a better idea.
Yeah. But yeah, I was actually thinking of original Shinto.
Yeah, original Shin's a little more brainy, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Avoided the attack. Do you have bright powder on your Cinderace?
Yep.
Because I was about to say, lovely kiss does not miss.
Well, I guess I got really lucky in that case.
Yeah, well, I mean, I should say it does miss if there's accuracy penalties. It's not a never miss move.
Striker. Oh, okay.
As an air striker. I'm actually having to play as smart as I can again.
I shoot my brethren at you.
Yeah, that's it. Pretty much it.
Oh, fuck. Well, okay, come on, come on, come on. Yes!
Stop.
Yes!
No.
Yes!
One of them be a crit.
Ah.
Oh, it was a critical hit. That was a critical hit!
Yeah, that was in fact a critical hit. Welcome to die! Fuck you!
Can't touch this.
Yeah, waste a turn of my...
Down, oh my god. I didn't see that coming, if I'm being honest. You know, I do like my character design, but it's nowhere as good as yours.
Your character looks like belongs at like one of those freaking what do you call it? The can't think of a word at the moment. Looks like it's meant to be doing like a freaking poetry jam.
Yeah, like one of the
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Protect me, Fluff. Yeah.
Still a good battle.
I mean, you hit me pretty good, man. You only lost one Pokemon.
Yeah, but I admit I was sweating a bit, especially with, you know, once Argle came out. That was definitely the scariest Pokemon I had to be worried about, because that Pokemon is deadly.
Yeah.
I think it does kind of showcase like when it goes like me at like I am the competitive one. Then you have Bren, who's not exactly competitive, but you do optimize your team around that kind of stuff. And then
I'm a
Andrew
complete
is-
fucking scrub.
yeah.
With who I got, that I can make it work. But some picks, like say, I'm fully aware that Hitmonchan is pretty low tier, but for a regular game of Pokemon, Hitmonchan is really good.
And then I was about to say, then there's Andrew. He's like, I've got a Fluff on my team because that's a fox, and foxes are neat.
And you like having your friend's representation on your team.
Mm-hmm.
But to be fair, that's like even though I play competitive, I always try and keep to Pokemon that I like. I'll never put a freaking meta pick on my team just because it's the meta pick.
Yeah. Every Pokemon that I have is one that I like. Legitimately. Not just because, oh, it's a meta pick.
Yeah, like that was the same for me. Like when I was playing Magic the Gathering and stuff, it's like, yeah, sure, you could probably go through the business of getting an awesome pick, but it's like, you know what? I could just do something that I think is neat.
Yeah. Sorry to whoop you, but
Oh,
I'm
it's-
sure that if you finish Isle of Armor, your team will be a lot more optimized and probably could kick my ass.
And I will still never be able to hold a candle to Argle.
Yeah,
I'm going. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to put together a team that I'm not going to use my Uber team. Actually, I don't really have an Uber team, but I'm gonna put together a team that I like, but also I'm not going to use an EV train team because then that would definitely be.
Yeah, if I'm being honest, my team wasn't trained. In fact, Striker I got from First Evolution from a random trade, and I'm pretty sure he was just getting rid of eggs that didn't work.
God, though,
Still
with
probably has good IVs. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say with you, Argle, saying, "Oh yeah, I'll go with a not as effective team." That just has me thinking, ah, yes, you'll deign to be down at the level of us mortals, and just, I almost picture your character being like, wearing a cloak, but there's still the holy radiance coming out from underneath. It's like, oh yes, I am just a simple, ordinary trainer. You do not need to fear me.
Well, it's been 2 hours, and I gotta say this was a great stream.
Yeah.
You finally, hey, and I'd say it's a pretty good way to end. You know, you beat the league, you got had some fun with the battle with your friends, and now you can work on the post game and the DLC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And probably, I could probably finish through what's there in Isle of Armor, and heck, probably in the time it'll take to do that, maybe I'll be ready to jump right into the remakes when they come out, because that's another
Yeah, I'd say-
month.
Yeah, I'd say you'd have enough. You've got enough time to get the Crown Tundra done.
Nice.
Yeah. And
It kind of depends on how. Okay, I'll have to say it. The Crown Tundra might depend on how smooth brain you are.
If there's anything we've seen with that last fight, it's that I am exceptionally smooth brain.
to be honest, your team does have some really good picks. And I actually did have to play as best I can. I wasn't trying to be funny with my switches and stuff. I actually was trying to think optimally in dealing with whatever problems came out. If anything, if that Hatterene didn't miss Draining Kiss, things could have gone pear-shaped for me because, let's see, I have a Dragon Ghost, I have a Poison Pokemon who she can easily outspeed and sweep. Yusuke being a fighting type is definitely dead. Yeah, Urgle, the Pokemon, definitely would have killed half my team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did good.
It was a bit of luck. Oh, and I see you got the advanced collection already.
Yep, I mean, as soon as I saw that being a thing, it's like, I had to get that.
You know what I was reminded of last night, and I'm surprised that it's already 4 days away. Well, basically 4 days away.
What?
Dread.
What?
Right,
Metroid
Metroid Dread!
4 days.
It is?
The 8th. Yep.
I could have sworn we had at least like another week.
8th of October.
What exactly is Metroid Dread?
It's like the next big mainline Metroid game. It's the one game everyone has been waiting for.
Yeah,
So it's not a remake, it's not a reimagining, it's legitimately...
It is Metroid 5. That was how they introduced it.
Yeah.
All right, then.
It's the sequel to Fusion that we've been waiting for the longest time. Holy jeez, October 8th.
And it's like the sad thing is, like, to me, it's like they've announced and released 2 new Metroid games in the time since they've actually announced Metroid Prime 4.
I mean, Metroid Prime 4 has been a thing that's been like, they've been like swapping around developers and stuff and all that. But yeah.
Becoming Duke Nukem Forever, essentially.
Yeah. Well, in any case, gonna stop the stream here. Thank you very much. Bye.
Well,
Bye.
I really do need to get the advanced collection. I mean, I've been planning to play them, you know, as in I could download the ROMs and whatnot, but, well...